Today, we're diving into one of the wildest and most unsettling true crime cases I've ever come across. The story of Sarah Boone and Jorge Torres Jr. Set in sunny Florida. This case makes zero sense and takes a dark, twisted turn that feels straight out of a weird-as-hell horror movie. Buckle up, because this one's going to be a real mind-bender. Jorge Torres Jr. was born on February 13, 1978, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to Blanca and Jorge Torres. Jorge Jr., known as George to his friends, was one of 10 children. The Torres family spent a significant portion of their lives in Philadelphia, where George eventually met his first wife, Camille. George and Camille were together for about 8 years, during which they got married and had 3 children. Despite their eventual separation, those who knew them say that George and Camille shared a strong bond and a deep love for their family. Notably, there were no records of domestic disputes between them. Their relationship ended between 2016 and 2017. After the separation, George moved to Florida, where he began working at Ace Hardware in October 2017. George's life took a significant turn when he entered into a relationship with Sarah Boone. Initially, George's life seemed genuinely happy, but that would soon change. Sarah Catherine Paulson grew up in Orlando, Florida. Her parents, John and Karen Paulson, were married in 1972 in Georgia and moved to Orlando in 1981, where they raised Sarah and her 2 brothers. Sadly, Sarah's father passed away when she was still young, prompting her mother to return to school to become a nurse. Karen Paulson excelled in her studies, maintaining a perfect GPA, which seems to have set a high academic standard for her children. All 3 children eventually graduated from Edgewater High School. Tragically, Karen passed away in 2003 when Sarah was 25. In 2005, at age 27, Sarah married Brian Boone. The couple soon purchased their first home together. While Sarah's work history is unclear, it is believed that Brian was the primary breadwinner. In 2011, they welcomed their only child, Lucas. However, this year also marked a turning point in their marriage, with Brian noticing changes in Sarah's behavior, particularly with regard to alcohol. As he later recalled, Sarah's drinking worsened after Lucas was born, possibly due to feeling trapped by her new responsibilities. By 2017, Sarah and Brian's marriage had hit a rough patch, leading to a separation and eventual divorce. It was after this that Sarah continued frequenting neighborhood bars, where she met George Torres. What began as a casual evening of wine, painting, and puzzles between Sarah Boone and her boyfriend quickly spiraled into a horrific nightmare. On February 24, 2020, Sarah made a frantic 911 call from her apartment in Winter Park, Florida.
What is the location of your emergency?
4748 France Court, apartment 3.
4748, what's the street name?
France, Frantz.
And the apartment number?
3.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead. I put him in a case and we were playing. And like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep and I woke up and he was dead in the suitcase. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
I just need to confirm this one. No, right, I understand. I just need to confirm this. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No, he's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
All right. I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah, okay.
But nothing happened. He's purple.
Okay, listen to me. There's a defibrillator available. I need you to get it for me, okay?
What is it?
You have an AED available?
No.
All right. Are you right by him now?
I'm sorry?
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay. Lay him flat on his... Okay, ma'am, listen. Listen, is he cold and stiff?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily cold, but he's stiff. And he's purple.
Okay. All right, listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows. Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Right. Okay. Listen. Okay, man. That's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him. Okay. All right. Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Baby, I'm telling you. Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay, ma'am.
Please. Okay, he just gurgled.
Okay. Listen to me. All right. I want you to place the heel of your hand. Okay, right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
We want to pump his chest to me hard and fast, going at least twice per second.
I'm doing it again.
Okay, no, just keep on pumping. That's all you need to do for me. Keep on pumping his chest for me. I don't need you to stop and talk or anything. I just want you to count out loud for me, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is nothing.
Okay, ma'am, just keep on pumping his chest. That's all you need to do for me, okay?
Yes. Come on, please. Hurry up.
Okay, ma'am, they're driving here as fast as they can. Okay, don't stop to say hurry up. Just keep on pumping and counting.
I'm still doing it while I'm talking to you, okay?
Okay.
When emergency responders arrived, they were immediately met with a scene that didn't quite add up. Sarah said that she and George were drinking wine, putting together a puzzle, and painting that night. She claimed it all started as a playful game of hide-and-seek that took a dark turn. Sarah said that George had willingly crawled into a suitcase during their game, and she zipped it up. Sarah claimed she then fell asleep, only to wake up hours later and find George lifeless inside the suitcase. Sarah's version of events was full of inconsistencies, and her calm demeanor during the 911 call only deepened the suspicion.
When did you do CPR?
This morning, when I found it.
Before you called?
Yes!
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
Did he get here before the fire department got here?
Who?
Your husband or your ex-husband?
Yes.
Okay. Where does he live at?
Right down the street.
Okay. So you were playing, and who zipped him up?
I did, but then I fell asleep.
Okay. You're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
I fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what.
What kind of medical conditions does he have?
None that I know of.
Nothing that you know of.
None
you
that I
didn't take
know
any
of.
medicine?
No. All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. That's all that happened.
Okay.
So I don't know if he had a heart attack or what in there. Like, I don't know what happened.
So how long were you doing CPR on him prior to you calling 911? You tried that all morning?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I called him while I was
what
doing
time
CPR.
did you start? Probably, give me a rough ballpark. Here, let me fill this deputy in, okay?
Please, may I have my Dr. Pepper? I am so cotton mouth right now.
As the investigation unfolded, the grim reality began to emerge.
And then you went upstairs, and then he didn't come up, and you came down, and the suitcase was there originally because you guys were planning to do donations, so it was already there. Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay. So it was just kind of like that prop was there, and it was there,
Yes.
and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
Well, I mean,
we were playing.
No, I'm just asking in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not? But obviously,
No.
I understand. You're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter. You were laughing, he was laughing. But what I'm just asking is, in the past, like, is it something
Absolutely
that you guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Boone handed over her phone to investigators, who discovered videos that contradicted her version of events.
Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
I don't think you all understand who I am.
Okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
Okay.
I excel at everything. I would not do that.
You wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
I don't know how much I can take. Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No.
For everything you've done to me.
I don't want to watch it, please.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
F you.
Sarah.
F you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. I want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you ching on me.
Sarah.
You.
Can't breathe, Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had 2 fingers hanging out, and you
I
went
flipped
to
him
bed.
over. I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
There's 2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions, and him saying that he can't breathe, and you saying
It's upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep,
Well, that's what you did.
yeah.
but not intentional though.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
It's, and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no
gap.
hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but, like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to, like, feed me. Like,
no, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
Well, I know what...
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
No.
Why don't you remember making the video?
Probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
No. Just because I went upstairs and... Just because you're drunk doesn't mean that you...
You told us times that you were not drunk. You said that you had your wits about you. You said he had his wits about you.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
The autopsy later revealed injuries consistent with being confined in the suitcase and potentially being thrown down the stairs, a claim supported by neighbors who reported hearing loud bangs that night.
The lead investigator on this case. I'm going to kind of surmise what you told me for her, and if at any point I'm misquoting you, please stop me, okay?
Of course, yeah, sure.
He got up Sunday morning, went to work about 4:30, got home about 1. Things were quiet till probably about 7. He said that then he hears the arguing. He said it's the normal. He's in his bedroom. He can hear the I hate you, going back and forth, you know, at a pretty much high volume, which is their normal arguing voice. This continues on pretty much throughout the night, but at right about 10:30, you hear a lot of arguing, right? It gets a little bit escalated at that point.
Yeah, it got louder.
And then right around 11:15, they hear this, he hears this banging coming down the stairs. He said hears bang, bang, bang. You can tell it's coming down the stairs because it starts and then it stops right next to him. And when it stopped, he said something just slammed the wall. He said it shook the wall. He said that was the first time he's ever felt like the whole wall shake like that. Mm-hmm. He said after that it was quiet. He was up till about 1 o'clock.
Sarah was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. Despite the overwhelming evidence, she maintained her innocence, insisting George's death was an accident. Her defense has been marred by delays, largely due to her cycling through 8 attorneys, 7 of whom were court-appointed, resulting in significant trial postponements.
The derogatory berating of my services in this case, I can't effectively represent her. She doesn't trust me. She calls me a dud, I think, a buffoon, on and on and on and on. And no one should have to endure that type of derogatory comments and expect to effectively represent someone, especially in a murder case.
Had a copy given to her previously. She'd reviewed them with previous attorneys. I sent her a new copy. Some of the things that she thinks are important from a lawyer perspective, perhaps I don't attach the same importance to, and you try to explain that to a client. You know, I know the court's in a difficult position, but at this point we're at that impasse of if she walks out of every conference that I have with her, I'm not sure what that says about the attorney-client relationship.
So I'm not going to waste my time, and I, being in jail, have supposedly abundant amounts of. She's not going to waste my time because she's not going to explain something to me. And I have taken it upon myself to explain it to myself because she refuses to do so. I don't understand what it is that she has against me. I have told her from day one that her snotty attitude was inappropriate, and I try very hard to bear with her and her attitude.
Boone's constant complaints about her legal representation ultimately led the court to rule that she must represent herself at trial. The court viewed Boone's actions as a deliberate attempt to indefinitely delay the trial, which is now set to begin on October 7, 2024. Many are left wondering what defense Boone will present. She has attempted to claim battered women's syndrome, but evidence suggests that both she and George were mutually abusive.
For a year and a half, and he's going through a whole bunch of shit. Pardon me for saying that.
No, go ahead.
Pardon me for saying that, but like, oh man, he let loose on my ass tonight, and I'm not having it.
Okay. All right.
I got kicked in the face. For what?
For battery domestic?
Me?
Both of you.
For real?
This is for real.
Why?
I already explained to you.
The domestic related stuff, man. Yeah. You'll probably sit in there for a day. Okay. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. You're gonna probably sit in there for a day, maybe 2. All right. Possibly. It's all up to the judge. All right. This the thing is that the reason why they do that, man, because when it's domestic related, all right, y'all are dating. This is still dating violence, still domestic violence. Yeah. Okay. They got to make sure they keep y'all separated long enough to where nobody's gonna come home and kill each other. Nobody's gonna come home and kill each other.
You call for a reason, right?
You told me 24 hours.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but you realize he's here, though, right? So have you been drinking?
I had a drink.
Okay.
It's raining.
I did raining. Okay. You have to. So we left earlier. Okay. But he's here. Okay. Because it's domestic. Contact order. Okay. Listen. From here on out, bud, until that case is resolved, you cannot come here, okay, or have contact with her, even if she invites you, okay? She called us earlier, told us that you guys had a no contact order, okay? She didn't want anything to do with it. Charge, nothing. But we told her because it's domestic, state of Florida has to, okay? So, all right, bud, just make sure he's got nothing on him. Nothing there. Hey, you have anything on you, right, bud? No, okay. We'll make it as cordial as it can be. Okay, we promise, man, alright? I love you, babe.
Their relationship, which began in 2017, was characterized by escalating violence and frequent police interventions, creating a dangerous and destructive cycle they could not or would not escape. Adding further depth to this chilling case are the interviews with Boone's ex-husband, Brian, who provided crucial insights into her behavior and history. In the first interview conducted at the scene of the crime, Brian recounted Boone's unreliability, substance abuse, and violent tendencies. He described her as someone who would drink excessively and often become physically aggressive, leaving him with scratches and bruises. Despite this, Brian minimized the violence he endured, a common reaction among male victims of intimate partner violence. His account of the night George died painted Boone in an even more disturbing light, as she called Brian in a panic but seemed more concerned with getting a drink and a cigarette than with saving George's life. A follow-up interview revealed even more troubling details, including a phone call Boone made to Brian on the night of George's death, where she sounded intoxicated and frustrated. This call, made shortly after she allegedly zipped George into the suitcase, raises further questions about her state of mind and intentions that night. These interviews suggest that Boone's violent tendencies and alcohol dependency were long-standing issues, not solely the result of her tumultuous relationship with George. Her behavior on the night of his death, coupled with her history, paints a picture of a person struggling with deep-seated issues, leading to a tragic and preventable outcome. The case of Sarah Boone, marked by layers of deception, violence, and tragedy, serves as a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk within human relationships. Domestic violence is often viewed through the lens of female victimhood, but men are also frequently victims, though their experiences are largely hidden. Social stigma, fear of disbelief, and societal expectations of male stoicism contribute to the underreporting of male domestic violence cases. Statistics show that nearly 1 in 3 men in the United States experience physical violence or stalking by an intimate partner during their lifetime. However, these figures are likely underestimated, as many men do not report their abuse. Addressing this problem requires dismantling societal barriers that prevent men from speaking out and ensuring they have access to the same protections and resources available to female victims. While Boone attempts to portray herself as a victim of circumstance, the evidence paints a much more sinister reality. It's possible that Sarah did not plan to murder George. Perhaps it was a crime of opportunity, triggered by something she discovered on his phone that provoked her drunken rage. In her intoxicated state, she might have intended to punish George, but not kill him, only to pass out and wake to the devastating consequences of her actions. It's also likely that she doesn't remember what happened because she was blacked out from the alcohol. Alcohol-induced blackouts create gaps in memory by temporarily preventing the hippocampus, the brain's memory center, from transferring short-term memories into long-term storage, a process known as memory consolidation. While a person in a blackout may be aware of their actions at the time, they are unable to recall those events later. If this is what happened to Sarah that night, these are details we may never fully know, as she likely doesn't even know the truth herself. This could explain her inability to recall the events clearly. If this is the case, we may never fully understand what happened that night. As the trial draws near, we all wait for answers to the many unresolved questions left by this horrifying incident. The trial may finally bring closure for George Torres' family, but the scars left by this case will linger long after the final verdict is rendered. Everyone deserves relationships free from domestic violence. If you need help, the National Domestic Violence Hotline offers support. Call 1-800-799-7233. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know which case you want me to cover next. Remember to stay curious, stay safe, and stay skeptical.